It's time to get rambling. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Ramblin' Bout Wrestling podcast. I'm your host, Nick Pearl, and today I'm being joined by an independent wrestler who has a very inspiring story. I've only just recently been introduced to him, and I'm excited to hear his story and learn all about him. So today, I'm being joined by one half of the WTF Tag Team Champions, Hyena Obscuro. Hyena, how we doing?
Doing pretty good.
We're glad to have you here. I appreciate you taking the time to come on. I was introduced to you through your work on another podcast that you just recently did. Shout out to Crit's Ringside Chat. He's good people.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, everybody listening, check him out if you get a chance to. Your story that you talked about with him, it instantly caught my eye. So I guess it's best for us to start at the beginning. You don't hide that you're on the autism spectrum. And it's inspiring to see how hard you've been working to make a name for yourself. And we could see that by your tattoos. So let's talk about your tattoos. What you have 2 tattoos. What's the meaning behind them?
The top one, the blue puzzle piece, even though it's like an outdated symbol, this one is very much personal to me, to where it is 2 years of being on the spectrum now, 33 in September. And it has been something that I have been proud to kind of represent inside the ring, even outside my personal life as well. And then below that one is the signature right there. That signature means the world to me, because that is of a special woman that has been in my life as long as she's been alive. She's not anymore because of lung cancer metastasized from one set of lungs to the other set. And she's been gone now since 2016.
But she's always with you.
Yeah, she's been in every ring that I've been in my past 3 cars that I've been driving. She's just kind of been my light that I look to.
I wanted to get... I've been saying this for years. I haven't done it, but I keep meaning to. I wanted to get a tattoo for my poppy. Wanted to get a butterfly to represent him, because when he passed, we always, when we go to the cemetery, a butterfly always land on a stone. So it's like, oh, he's always watching over us. So I want to get a butterfly to represent him, and then for my grandma, I want to get it colored like leopard print, because that was her thing. She used to always wear leopard print. And the big thing is, I don't know how big it would be, and I don't know where I would put it. I don't know if I want it over my heart or if I want it on my arm. I still got to decide that. But I've been thinking about it for years. It just hasn't happened yet.
Tattoos, once I get one, are addicting.
When do you see yourself getting a 3rd tattoo? Money aside, don't think about the money. When do you see that happening, and what would it be?
I would get more family stuff, to be honest. I would get all my brother's initials going down my right arm, because they're as much of a part of my life, and I look forward to seeing every single time that we get together.
Are you the youngest?
Youngest, well, 5th youngest.
5th to 7.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest of 3, but my dad's side, he's one of 5 kids. So there's I got a lot of cousins.
My nephews have a lot of uncles, so
Well, there you go.
they can relate.
What's your relationship like with all your brothers? And what was it like growing up in a house of 7 boys?
Chaos, very much chaos. But no, we get along with each other. We love each other. We have, of course, every brother, all of us have our disagreements, but at the end, like, if we're needed there for each other, we are there. Because family is very much a part of our life and has been a part of our life. And one of the most key memories that I have now from from a memorial service for my grandmother was I was up on the stage giving a speech about my grandmother, and I basically told my brothers ahead of time, I want every single one of you right behind me. I wanted everyone that came to see not only how much did I very much well, my grandmother, but how much every single one of my brothers meant to her and how much we all meant to each other.
What are some of the challenges you face in life that others don't, and how do you overcome these challenges, whether it's in wrestling or just in general?
The issues that I kind of face are like communicative. I don't know how to express myself sometimes. It just kind of comes off weird or whatever have you. Even growing up, like that was even weird growing up in the 90s because, well, they didn't have all the stuff that all the kids on the spectrum now have at schools, with IEPs, even with some of the special ed classes. I still kind of have to fight with using my voice and communicating because from time to time I don't communicate enough or I don't communicate at all.
I know you talked about Smiley in some of the other podcasts you've done, and you talked about Drew Gulak.
I fucking love Smiley, man.
I just had him on the podcast. Did you see? He is a great mind, and he's so knowledgeable, and he's just so giving.
He is very much someone I would call a very good friend. Every once in a great while, sometime from time to time, he would send like a little inspirational thing to me. I'm like, man, thank you, I needed that. And then, funny thing about Drew Gulak, actually, I'm surprised you even knew to bring him up.
I do my research.
Uh, Great thing about Drew, he and I both know each other through one of my brothers.
So let's talk. Let's hear about it. Let's hear about how you know Drew Gulak.
Funny thing, I actually got to know him through one of my brothers who worked at camp back in the day when Drew Gulak was still getting his feet wet in the wrestling scene. So I ran back into him again years later at the Steel Stacks here in Pennsylvania. And I remember when I ran into him, like, hey, do you remember who I am? He's like, of course I do. I'm like, oh, that's my heart. No, Drew is an awesome guy. I really like Drew.
Did you get a chance to train with him ever?
No, I've always been meaning to get down to the catch point, which is his school, to get a chance because they always train later in the day and like late at night.
Maybe one day,
Maybe one day, yeah.
because he's a great mind, and
Oh yeah.
I just watching him. I was watching. I used to be a big fan of 205 Live.
Oh yes, he was. Yeah. He was on 205 Live.
205 Live was great, and at least it gave him a platform to give power. He gave PowerPoint presentations. Do you remember?
Yeah. I remember that very well.
Yeah, it gave him a platform that he couldn't do anything on Raw and SmackDown, but let's give him PowerPoint presentations on 205 Live, 10 to 11 p.m. after SmackDown. Like we said before, you're number 5 of 7 boys. Do they support your wrestling?
Oh yeah, they very much kind of keep track of what I do inside the ring. And when I won my first belt, they were like, "Oh, congrats! That's awesome!" I'm like, "Yeah, it took me 7 years, but yeah,
Hey, it happened. Better late than never, right?
yeah."
That is cool. Hey, I wish I had a title. So you're the only one that wanted to get into wrestling. They never had the thought.
I'm the only one that does it out of my family. Like with the mask, like I very much chose to pick it up very early on in my career, and I took it and ran with it.
I'm just looking at your mask now. This just popped in my head. You know Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah.
It looks like a spring trap mask.
No, it's actually loosely based off of King from Tekken. And then I have this guy as well. This one has a gear set that goes with it that is Shao Kahn inspired.
Oh, this is cool. I just can't stop seeing Springtrap. That's amazing. It actually it really fits though. It really fit. You should get one more inspired on Springtrap.
Trying to think of what the net. I actually got asked by a comic book company to bring their character to life inside the pro wrestling ring, believe it or not.
What character? We can, if you're not allowed to say it, I'll cut it out.
I was asked by Heartline Comics to bring their character Hopebreaker to life inside the ring.
Mm. How would you describe that character?
I'm, hold on. I'm a very big comic book nerd. What can I say? This one is one of my favorite runs, actually. Hellstorm, Prince of Lies.
So, how big is your comic collection?
Oh God,
Is that on the whole other wall?
no, it's actually in the closet right here. I
uh,
have like two stacks of comics and like a stack of graphic novels in the
wow,
closet. It's a big comic book guy.
that's cool. I used to collect all the WWE magazines. That was my big thing. And I've never really collected comics. My mom did. She used to have like really old like Calvin and Hobbes comics, Garfield comics. She had all
Oh,
those before she was into Marvel. So let's get more into your wrestling journey.
yeah, let's go.
When and where did you start training? And what are some of your first memories of when you first started?
I remember hitting the ropes and like having like one, two, three across my back from where I hit the
Oh,
ropes.
God.
I'm like, it feels so good. It hurts, but it feels so good though. But my early days of training was very much a lot of flat back bumps. I couldn't do a flip bump to save my life. Now I can do it a little bit better. But as long as you know how to tuck your chin, you're perfectly fine.
There you go. I know that one because I have a background in Shaolin Kempo karate. So I know what it's like to tuck your chin, fall back. We used to practice. Oh my God! When I used to teach the big classes with all the kids, I used to teach them how to do. Yeah, I miss it. I just do private lessons now because my karate school closed. So I taught this morning. I taught 7:30 this morning in the middle of a park. Anyway, we can't exactly do slap outs in the middle of the road, but I used to teach the kids tuck your chin, go into a monkey position. So it's basically you're just squatting down, looking like a monkey, and just roll your back into a ball, and just go back and then come back. Just go roll back and forth. And once they feel comfortable with that, then I say, all right, roll back, lay flat, and put your arms out. And that's how they learned how to take a back bump. As silly as it may sound, it sticks. And by the way, hip tosses, they hurt if you got to take that sometimes. Oh my God. I've taken my share.
Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing.
There was one time where we were practicing in karate, and one of the guys I was teaching the class, he says, "Nick, come over here for a second." I'm like, "Sure. What you got?" Uh,
Like, oh no.
I said, "Oh,
Fuck.
this is gonna be bad. Like, what you got? What you gonna do to me?" We were practicing our forms, so he's all right. There's a part in the form where you do a front kick into a back kick into a side kick, and it's all one motion. You don't put your leg down. So he's like, I think this could be a takedown. I think we can use this for something. I'm like, sure. You want me to punch in so we can practice it? Stupid me. I never should have done it. Because he goes to do that front kick. He does the back kick. He sweeps my leg out from underneath me, and I swear to God, I feel like I did a full-on backflip in midair, and I never hit the ground so hard in my life. I thought I went through the mat, through the floor. I'm laying there like, and then he comes over to me. He's like, "Yo, bro, are you okay?" I said, "I don't know." But I cracked my back and it felt great. That was the hardest bump I ever had to take. And I'll thank you, Sensei Jeff. Thank you for almost killing me, but I got the memory. We used to have some good. We used to really have some good times there. We used to have. We would do parties with all the kids, and we would just go up to each other and start stone cold stunnering people, choke slamming people. Those were the days. But yeah. So long story short, I've also taken my share of back bumps.
One of the most hardest rings I've been in was a repurposed boxing ring. each bump felt like bumping on concrete. I'm like, get me out of here.
Because you were bumping on concrete.
I got done. This was earlier in my career. I looked at my buddy after I bumped. I'm like, get me the fuck out of here right now.
So you started training in Chikara, right?
Yeah.
How did you go about, like, how did you find Chikara? Did you Google them? Did you reach out? How did that go about?
Yeah, I did Google them. This was going back, I would say 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. And I eventually stopped because, well, money.
You got your foot in the door with them,
Yeah,
right? So you always got that, no matter how it ended up going. At least you got your foot in the door with Chikara.
yeah.
So when you did start training, your family, everybody, were they all supportive of you?
Oh, no, at first they're like, there's no bad bone in your body. I'm like, are you sure? Are you really sure? You must not know me well.
Did you grow up doing sports?
Yeah, I did soccer, martial arts. I did Shotokan karate, and then I was basically a martial arts guy most of my life.
Did you make it to black belt?
No, no, sadly,
Second degree, right here.
white belt.
If you ever want lessons, I'll get you there.
White belt with mixed bullshido, I
Hmm.
believe it. Yeah, bullshido. I know it from Aikido a little bit. I did that for a time. Kickboxing, boxing.
I really started liking boxing more. I don't know if it's because of COVID we couldn't really. People weren't bringing their mouth gears when we wanted to. No, they weren't bringing their gear when we wanted to practice. So you can't kick if you don't have your leg pads on. I mean, in a wrestling ring you can, but when we're practicing, with the kids, you can't exactly throw a kick and hit someone with a roundhouse. Legit.
I'll be fine.
can't
They'll
exactly
live.
can't exactly do that. So I started doing
They'll
more
learn.
boxing. Started doing more boxing with them. So I'm more about doing those punches now, which I like. It's different. It's a different way of looking at it because I've been all about kickboxing, throwing all the kicks for since I started when I was 6.
Oh, I prefer chops.
Speaking of your background with karate and things
Yeah,
like that, you have a love of lucha.
yeah.
Where did this love come from?
I remember it came from started at Chikara when they're like, "Yeah, why don't you go home watch some AAA, some TMLL?" I'm like, "I thought you would never ask."
With the way that the Mexican wrestling going right now, CMLL having their relationship with AEW and now AAA being with WWE,
Oh yeah.
it's pretty big. This actually talk about AAA and CMLL. That actually leads into my next topic. We're talking about your look of the hyena. When I look at you, I know you are Hyena Obscuro. Off the top of my head, thinking the similar wrestlers with the mask. You got Psycho Clown. You know he's a psycho, and he's a clown. Mr. Iguana. He looks like an iguana.
I remember his Psycho Clown Zoom mask is like the one where he can just tear his face off. I'm like, oh, yo, that looks awesome.
Yeah, the mask leads directly into the character. Mr. Iguana is not a mask. He's got face paint, but it's the same
Yeah.
thing. Same thing. And he's got a little iguana. He got Leyeska.
Yeah.
And the last person that I have here, the Beast Mortos.
My God, he's on my list of who I would like to wrestle.
I love him. I met him when Tony Khan just was. I don't know if it was before he. I don't know if it was before he got brought in or when he was just finishing up with TNA. But I got a chance to meet him out in Queens. He was the best. He didn't speak much English, but he was great. And now he's making a big name for himself. But looking at Beast Mordos, you know his character. So my question is, how did you decide on Hyena, and how would you describe your character to people seeing you on a show for the first time?
Let's see. Where Hyena actually came from was from the furry fandom, believe it or not. I can describe Hyena as beholden only to one person, which is Mr. H. He follows what Mr. H tells him to do, and well, if he fails, well, he gets a holy shit beat out of him. He's basically the last of his kind because of Mr. H choosing him of his kind and basically smiting all the rest of his people and just leaving him alone.
I like the lore. Are you gonna do a hyena comic?
It's very much something that I want to do just because of how many stories I can tell through comics, unlike inside the ring. And also, I have done a comic book underneath my actual shoot name based on a video game that I developed. So that was fun.
You developed a video game?
Yep.
What game is this?
Arisen Shadows of the Cold.
And where is this? Is this on Steam?
It is on Steam, but you need a controller to play it. On Xbox too.
Really?
Yes.
How much is it?
That I don't know.
So did you go to school for coding?
Write the stories and I write all the ideas behind it, and then I just hand it off to the other guy that does everything else and brings it all to life.
Oh, gotcha. That's very cool.
The Hyena video game is still in production.
Look at that. Breaking news, guys. Now I'm thinking of like all different ways you could do promos and stuff. All of your promos, if you base them off of a video game art style, or you do them like I know I've seen some of the videos you've put out. You could do a comic style, you could do a video game style, and you can build into more of the lore. And that's not just helping your wrestling character, but also helping to get your game along and your comics along.
Yeah, and also right now we're like doing like more horror esque kind of stuff with it.
So what? You biting people's heads off now?
Believe it or not, that's why I do it. Well, I don't legit fight people, but I fight people, quote unquote.
So wrestling brings you hunger. How would you describe your moveset and your take on the lucha style? Because I know you're taller. It's not like you're doing Rey Mysterio type moves.
Oh God, I'm not that small. My move style is very much kind of mirroring what my tag partner does with like the strikes. I'm starting to get more into like submission and more technical stuff, and some of like the old school lucha where they like did like all like the rolls, all the different like chaining and all that.
And I got to tell you, recently, what's old is new. Because you have all of these big guys coming in. Keith Lee, he's doing backflips. I can't wait for him to come back. I'm waiting. But Keith Lee, Luchasaurus. You have people that are big guys that are doing all these flips. What about what used to be? It used to be if there's one big guy doing a flip, that makes them special. But now everybody's doing it. So it's not special anymore. So that's why I like that you're bringing in the old school lucha style with more technical wrestling, with more chain wrestling. I'm a big fan of technical wrestling. I love Timothy Thatcher. Timothy Thatcher is one of mine and my brother's favorites. With the way he does things, oh my God, so brutal. You are one half of the WTF Tag Team Champions with Mr. H.
Yep.
And I know you had mentioned earlier when we were talking that this is the first championship you've actually held.
Yes.
What does it mean to you to be able to call yourself a champion?
I remember the night that won it. I walked back through the curtain. I wish I was crying, but however, like I just kind of was like no tears at all. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did it. I finally fucking did it. Sat in the locker room with other people kind of around me, like,
Well, you put a lot of hard work into this, and now you're finally a champion.
yeah.
Did you ever think you'd win a title?
Honestly, no. I was content just wrestling. I wrestle because I honestly love it. I love the long nights. I love the long road trips. I love the different people I get to meet along the way.
How long have you and Mr. H been together? And you're in a group Gods of Sengoku, right?
Yes.
So how long has this been a thing?
Me and him started doing videos. Yeah, I would say year. almost been a year or so now. He is a Hall of Famer over at WWX, and he chose to bring me alongside him in his Hall of Fame career. And I really very much owe it to him, Felipe Jr.
And he gave you the Muramasa nickname, right?
Yes, like the God of Sengoku is very much like all based around Japanese mythology and all different curse weapons and all that. That gives Mr. H more power.
When you get in the ring to tie everything together, whether you're wrestling, whether you're cutting a promo, what is your overall goal? What is your overall message that you want to get across to everybody?
How do I want to put this? Even though like Hyena is like me, hungry all the time because I never get fed enough as is, whether it be biting my way to victory or doing whatever it takes. I will still find a way to always do what I need.
There you go. This is Hyena Obscuro, everybody. So, Hyena, where can we find you on social media? And if anybody wants to book you for any shows, how can we go about doing that?
My manager, the collector, I've been with him for, I would say, a hot minute now. And he does like a lot of the like bookings, game bookings for the group that I'm part of. Social media, personal Facebook, Hyena Obscuro, Instagram, Hyena_Obscuro Pro Wrestler. And then, yeah, that's about it for me.
Well, you heard it all here. This has been Hyena Obscuro. I've been your host, Nick Pearl. Hyena, thank you so much for joining me and rambling about wrestling tonight.
Thank you.
And we will catch you on the next one. Let's keep rambling, everybody.